We got to talk about this one. This is my favorite part of the show.
Yeah.
When two athletes get to talk about athlete things with nobody in between. Do you love or hate AP and Le'Veon fighting?
I don't hate it, but I know and recognize this is not a good look. I'm going to tell you why. I hate seeing high-level athletes sports swap and that not do that at a high level. That's in part why we don't like to see our stars fall. That's in part why we'd rather them retire than see them not be at that high level anymore. This is an addition to that. Not only are you not going to be at a high level of what we know you for, but you're going to swap sports, and we know damn well you're not going to be at a high level at that. I hate that as an entity, but I don't hate these two dudes for doing this. I'm going to be real about it. This is their passion. This is their money grab. This is what they want to do to stay relevant. Whatever you want to say. Yep. I am not the one to sit here and tell another athlete not to go out there and athlete. If you got an opportunity, and guess what? You're doing it on a YouTuber's undercard. So this whole thing is bizarro world. This whole thing is upside down. So I'm not going to sit up here and be a purist like, oh, what the hell are they doing? They on a YouTube card, dude. What the hell are you doing if you buying it and watching this? So I don't hate it, even though I know it's not a good look.
I hate it. Everything about it, I hate.
Wow.
So you played in the league. I played in the league at a much lower level than you played in the league. Yet somehow, some way, we are still able to come up here without now having to take nor throw physical haymakers and earn a living. We all know this much. You got to use your body in the NFL, in the NBA, in sports up until a point.
Yeah.
Use your body, try not to let it use you, right? Use the NFL, don't let the NFL use you. That's what they say.
Yep.
Eventually, move on from having to use your physical bodies to earn a check. You know what this is about. It's about a money grab. It's about a check. It's about a quick one. I feel you on not knocking how a man earns a living, but I can encourage a man to try to earn an easier living. And that's where I'm at. AP, you were the best running back of this generation, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Top 5 running back of all time. Yeah. Le'Veon Bell, you are one of the most talented running backs, if not the most talented running back, maybe second to Peterson of the generation. When I talk about talent, y'all know what he was able to do from an all-purpose yardage standpoint. Sure. Now, don't go crazy. Le'Veon did not maintain his talent level for more than 2 years, but at Le'Veon's peak, he was doing things nobody else, maybe Christian McCaffrey, was out here doing.
Walking to the line of scrimmage and still going for 80.
My God.
Goodness.
So y'all use your physical bodies to get this cash. Le'Veon, you made over 46 mil in your career. AP, you made over 100 in your career. Why now do we have to go into a boxing ring and continue to throw these physical punches to get a check? To me, it's just a little discouraging and disheartening. I don't knock it. I just simply say, fellas, y'all already used your physical bodies to earn your money. Now pivot and use something else.
Woo, we're going to go somewhere right now because I understand what you're saying, that conversion of using your body and then using your brain, right? I got smacked with that at Columbia. I got smacked with that when I started to look around at the owners during our games. And I used to sitting there at the bottom of a football pile, somebody stepping on one part of my body, somebody gouging the other part. And I'm looking up at the owner, he just having a hot dog and a lemonade, chilling. I'm like, that man didn't even have to convert his body, and he didn't have to convert it to his brains. I need to get to there, use my brains. I respect that. But when do you start that? Let's be real. In pure intentions, a lot of these kids out there and prospects are not making intentional choices with that in mind, with their brain in mind. They go to school. Sometimes these schools not even qualified, it seems like, in terms of rankings. But I'm going for ball. When do you turn that valve off? Because it is easier for them to make 6 figures in a amateur exhibition than to go out there in the real world and try to convert that to their brains and go get those same 6 figures. You can make that investment, but it's easier to get that money, ding, 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 I got $100K versus I got to put a year or so into education and to a real job to do that. So I don't want to come off holier than thou and say, hey, why ain't y'all converted? Y'all were great running backs. Why ain't y'all making it in the real world? Because when do you even start that conversion if you're being real?
So here's my thing. That's not even a holier to now look down on. Why didn't you convert? I'm not even necessarily saying like, yo, go talk on TV. I'm just saying, bruh, parlay this phenomenal NFL career of yours, go speak at schools, go do X, Y, and Z, but why you still got to get into the ring and throw these body blows? Like, I'm just tired of watching our athletes take physical violence, if you will. Like, you've built up a great living playing in the NFL. But so the reason you play in the NFL is to eventually retire from the NFL.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you don't play in the NFL to have to keep
it's
playing.
It's not for long, for a reason. Yeah, for a reason.
So, like, the reason you go through the torture of training camp, of a season, of the grind, the reason you go through all of that is so eventually you can kick back and chill. I'm just like, yo, y'all paid your dues. It's almost like,
but what if it didn't work out for you? Because someone could sit there and say, man, that boy got on a nice suit, fresh haircut, nice watch. Okay, he made the conversion. But not all of us are able, not all of us are capable. So then it gets into this conversation of, look, being real about these guys, they're just doing a sparring session. Who knows? They probably really trained like this when they were active players or still trained as boxers, even though they're retired. And then somebody's like, well, here's $100,000 to go do that in front of the millions, in front of the masses. Would you not take that? Like, are we looking at this the wrong way? Or is it always got to be, you're looking like you're broke, you're not going to make it, and this is the only option you have? Why does it always have to look so demeaning?
Because, truth be told, I just think it's a little embarrassing.
Let's talk about it.
I think it's a little embarrassing. What's embarrassing is you were talking about two of the greatest at what they do.
Yeah.
Le'Veon Bell, one of the greatest running backs talent-wise we've seen. Adrian Peterson, the greatest running back of the generation, my opinion, that we've seen. And now you're going to go box where you're not even a legitimized boxer. Like, to me, that's embarrassing because comparative to legit boxers, you all will be embarrassing yourself. Just like if we put Canelo in pads and said, hey, big dog, go take these couple carries. Just like if we put
Nuka.
Like, just like if we put Floyd or Pacquiao, or if we put the Bronx Bomber, if we put any of them cats in pads.
You better stop stepping. You stepping in it. I'm old media, and Magic Johnson helped me with this because I had an anxiety with this. I don't know if you remember, but when players retired and went straight to the media, immediately the stigma was either you weren't a good player or you were broke. I remember that. And then I also remember the other resistance. Well, whatever you're in terms of your sport, stay in that box, right? So you couldn't talk outside of football. I couldn't talk outside of football. And then it started to evolve into more personality and all of a sudden respect. Hey, they know more than just one sport, the sport they played. So now we're seeing it where not only are we a part of this new media conversion, but everyone has a platform. But there was a day where you were like, what are you doing? You're going to look embarrassed because Pacquiao, what you doing in pads? Hey, athlete, what are you doing with a mic and a suit on? You don't have a problem doing this, so why do you have a problem with them doing that?
Here's my why.
Let's go.
Of all of these former athletes' fights that we have watched, Frank Gore we saw, Nate Robinson we saw, etc., I never watched these fights and gained a higher level of respect for the fighter. I'm watching these fights and we're laughing at them. Nate Robinson, we weren't like, heck of a job, Nate. No. We paid to laugh at him. Frank Gore, even Frank Gore when he won his bout, we were sitting here laughing at how tired he was in the ring. We weren't sitting here like, man, Frank Gore, incredible. It's embarrassing.
Ocho Cinco?
I don't recall that one as much, but Ocho Cinco was a comedian to some degree. So I just don't like that, like, you're getting paid for we can laugh at you. It's just, it hurts me because I'm like, y'all don't realize not all money is good money. That's what it is. Not all money is good money. And to me, this money is just bad money. I'm not trying to see somebody get a check knowing that you just getting a check while we getting our ha-has off.
Ooh, you sound like Chappelle when he had to walk off set, huh? He said they stopped laughing with me and laughing at me. I don't know if I'm walking away from 50 mil, or in this case, 100K just to go out there and box with my homeboy.